Sorry about that. You scared me over there. I guess that might be a common problem for you, huh? Look, I need to head to the office. You're free to come along or just do whatever you feel like doing. However, I think we should figure out what our next objective is as soon as possible. So try and keep that in mind while you wreak havoc around the town. And to be clear, that was just a joke. I think we should maintain a low profile as long as possible. I realize the bodies are starting to rack up, but so far I think we're very much getting away with murder here. Let's not throw that away just yet. Yeah, I better get going. Can you clean up that spill in the room there before you leave?
Oh, hi there. Is there something I can help you with? There's no school today, you know. You get to prepare for Halloween this year. Oh, hi there.
Whoa. Out of the way. Just the right size. Thanks. I'll give you the cutters, but only if you keep looking for the T12C3. It is! The T12C3! Where did you get that? You know what? As a reward for bringing me this, I'm going to show you what I'm building here. You see, I'm trying to create a portal to another dimension. I'm pretty sure that if I create a magnetic field powerful enough, directed to a certain direction, It's gonna eventually bend the space around it and rip a hole. Allow something to pass through space and time to a whole new world or place. It's working! Now I only have to crank up the power. Portal forming.
difficulties. You should remember our...
Okay. Run along there, little boy.
Okay, I think we're done here. I have to say something here doesn't really add up. I've tried contacting the hospital, but so far there has been no answer whatsoever. I had these papers saying the boy is staying there until March, And then I have these other papers that you gave me that say quite the opposite. The signatures are totally different, and I can't get any confirmation from the hospital. It's like the whole building has disappeared. So, when exactly did you leave the hospital? I don't quite understand how it took you 2 days to come here with the boy.
Well, I took a small detour to go and see his father's grave. He really hadn't had a chance to see it yet.
And where was that again? Ludlow?
No, in Arlington. He was qualified for a burial in the National Cemetery there.
Oh, right. Did you hear what happened in Ludlow?
In Ludlow? No, why would I?
They had a major crisis, bunch of fires and a swarm of locusts. They had to call in the National Guard, and I heard there was a situation of some kind.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure what happened exactly, but they are suspecting that it was a terrorist attack of some sort. They found poison in the water supply and a bunch of other evidence that points towards something like that.
Jesus.
They ended up evacuating the whole town, and the word is that one of the buses used for the evacuation is missing. So it could be that the terrorists managed to escape with that and have hostages somewhere.
Well, do they have any idea where?
Nah, they are still looking for the bus. It's possible that it even came this way. If they don't find it soon, I'm sure they will extend the search here. Be ready to participate soon.
Well, we really don't have the manpower to conduct any searches, Lieutenant.
I'm sure some of the town folk would gladly help. I'm going to ask the mayor to help us out with it.
The mayor? Do you really think he can get anything done?
Yeah, I'm sure he can get us some reinforcements here. I already called the courthouse, but it seems he's scheduled for a camping trip. Once he gets back, I'll ask him.
Hello, son.
Hello there, Lucius. Okay, I think we're done here. How are you doing with the other case?
Which one?
The girl.
Oh, yeah. There was a girl at the motel, but she didn't quite fit the description. I'm going to check that again just to make sure, after I'm done with some of this paperwork here.
Okay, Jack, you do that.
We ain't got much time here. Sooner or later, he's going to find out what happened. And then we need to be ready with the scroll and stuff.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This can't be happening. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm starting to lose my...
No, it's just me and my mother.
Just the two of you, huh?
Well, and my little friends there.
What do you mean?
I'm a taxidermist.
What's that?
Well, I take animals and I prepare, skin, stuff, and mount them.
Oh, any kind of animals?
No, not really. I prefer the smaller and more passive kind, birds and rodents. Whoever wants to be my friend.
Right, and your mother doesn't mind, huh?
No, why would she mind?
No, I don't know. I mean, I guess she wouldn't.
I mean, she does sometimes yell at me about them, but that's just because they haven't been nice to her. Then she tends to take their heads off, but that's just for their own good, she says.
She cuts their heads off for their own good? How old is your mother?
She's old, but not that old. It's not polite to ask a woman of her age.
No, of course not. It's just, sometimes when people get old, they get a little weird. You ever think about putting her into a place where she could be taken care of better?
What do you mean? Well, like an insane asylum? Why would I do that?
No, nothing like that. Just a home.
You would put my mother in an insane asylum? She is not insane, she is not. And if she would hear what you're saying, there's no knowing what she would do.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything bad by it.
You didn't mean anything by it. Words always mean something. Actions mean even more. Why are you carrying so much cash in a briefcase? That's something we should be asking you. Yeah.
What? Have you been spying on me?
Spying? No, I haven't. I haven't done anything that Mother wouldn't approve, and Mother does not approve of spying on anyone.
Maybe I should go. Thanks for the dinner. I really need to get back to my room.
Are you sure? I made dessert and everything. Are you sure you wouldn't want to stay a little more?
No, I really think we should stay away from each other's business from now on.
We were just talking about my mother, and I just wanted to say, for the record, that my mother isn't insane. She's perfectly fine. She just gets a little mad sometimes. When she finds out bad things about people, she gets a little bad herself. It's the blood I don't like. Oh, the blood. It just gets all over.
She is not a good girl, Banter. You know what we need to do to whores like her.
No, Mother, please. She didn't know what she was saying.
She knew. They all knew.
Anyway, I don't think she's too fond of children.
When the fox hears the rabbit scream, he comes a-running.
It's time to blow out the candles. Remember to make a wish, honey.
That's my boy. Happy birthday, son. Man, the girl.
This can't be! It was the boy! He's the Antichrist!
saw the whole thing.
Move away, Lucius.
Lucius! You scared me!
lad.
What's this? Looks like a Latin sentence of some sort. It's too bad we don't have any books that could help us translate this. We should check out if the school has any. I remember your old house having quite a library there. Yeah, it's too bad it burnt down.
This can't be happening.
What do we have here? That's a sentence on a different language. Maybe Latin? You know what it says? Oh, I see. You probably wanted to translate it for you. Well, honey, I'm sorry, but this school really doesn't have anything that advanced to help us translate it. Your old house used to have a marvelous library filled with books like these. Too bad it burned down. Actually, I can tell you what some of it means. If I remember my Latin lessons correctly, the end means something like, who are his, qui sunt ies. Yes, something like that, I think. Sorry, honey, I can't help you more. Have you checked the church? There could be some Latin books there. I'll be here all day.
What you got there, kid? A Latin dictionary, eh? Did you know this book is a bit burnt? Not much you can do with that, lad. You know there is, however, something here that is of actual use. I'm gonna tell you a little story, and I want you to listen very carefully. Once upon a time, there was this bearded man with glasses. He decided to create himself an ant farm. But instead of ants, he had all sorts of things that he made all by himself. He had lions, zebras, bears, and even actual ants. And he made them all by himself for his own amusement. Even after all those creations, he didn't feel like they could hold his interest. They just weren't smart enough to be interesting. So one day, he decided that he is going to make this creature that looks almost like him. This creature had wings, but no gender. He ended up making hundreds of them, and then he decided to give them personalities. They would all be uniquely interesting individuals. And for a while, he was happy with his creation. Until one of them decided to revolt against him. This guy was called Lucifer. Lucy Boy was so fierce and determined that he managed to gather a great following among his brothers and almost managed to overthrow the guy with glasses. The creation had become so powerful that a weapon had to be made to contain them. He created a small dagger. He used this dagger to cut the wings off all those who took their step against him and cast them down to the abyss. Devastated about the whole incident, he sorta gave up on us angels and decided to create something new and better. So he created man, and he told the remaining angels to protect the man from any danger. I guess he was talking about Lucifer and things along those lines. Be their guardians, he said. Well, it wasn't long before the bearded man met someone and they got married and had a kid. They named this kid Jesus, but I always knew him as Jesse. So for some reason, he thought it would be a good idea to send this kid to Earth to spend some time with these creations he had. Long story short, Lucifer found out about this and used the very same dagger he was hurt with to kill the kid, or something along those lines. I can't remember if he actually gave the dagger to someone else so they could use it, or managed to talk one of the followers to double-cross him somehow. I really don't remember. It's been like 2,000 years. Anyway, this dagger then fell into the hands of the humans and has been circulating somewhere over here ever since. After that, the bearded man has been pretty heartbroken and really hasn't been able to forgive the humans. There were dark ages and crusades and all sorts of horrible stuff. That's when he came up with this whole plan about the rapture. We, the Council of Angels, don't really agree with him. I think the human race deserves one more chance, and I'm sure we could convince him once he calms down and stops blaming them for his son's death. The thing is that Lucifer is also very excited about this, and is doing everything in his power to fuel the anger, making all this possible. I think he has managed to manipulate the whole situation so that he can get his vengeance. So first, we would need to stop him. But there's only one thing that can hurt him in this world. A very special weapon. I think you might know this weapon, and I think you might know where it is. This weapon is the only thing that can destroy Lucifer. Ouch! I'll take it that you are not ready to process all of this yet. Just like your father. Always so hot-tempered. Well, we shall see if we can still change your mind. Maybe that detective of yours could help me persuade you.
sick joke is this? Who the hell are you? You know who I am. You will all be prosecuted for this. Help! Let me go, you crackers! Help! 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 Anyone!
Well, if we weren't going to hell before, we sure as hell are now. This is not going to stay hidden for long, Lucius. I'm not sure how all of this is going to go down after we get these seals open. As I see it, we are fulfilling the prophecy. And by fulfilling the prophecy, we are going to open something. I guess some sort of portal to hell? To let them in? Or for us to go there? Yes. So wait, yes to go there? Or yes to let them hear? I need a drink. So I'm guessing you have this pretty much figured out. I wish you could just let me in on this a bit more. So I guess this next one needs to be a murderer. I don't think there's anyone like that here. There really haven't been any homicides in the area in a long time. Besides all the deaths at your home, of course. And the accident. We may need to go look further for this. Unless you have any ideas.